Hey everybody, welcome to Castor'sCorner.com. I'm your host Khalil here for another toy of the day, and I can't believe we're in the 180s. It's amazing to be here. I feel like we're like 2 weeks away from 200, and I know we just hit the halfway point, but like still, like 200 episodes is kind of amazing. So anyway, that's for another day. So you can go to Castor'sCorner.com for a full gallery of this. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. And you can check out the Cornercast podcast this week with Dan Who Reviews. And we've got DJ and Jesse coming up. We got Bill coming up. And other guests that we were working on booking. So please stay tuned for more updates. So I had... I'm going to be honest up front. I like to be as honest as I possibly can. This was going to be my review tonight. It's broken. So I got to return it. Because I want to give a decent review. But know that it's coming as soon as I can get a replacement for it. So we're switching gears and we're going to do this guy. It's hard because I know that it's going to be a while before we see the other monsters. So I guess I will just tell this story here and remind you of it next time when we do the Mummy or the Wolfman or Dracula eventually when they get to him. I don't have a really big connection to the Universal monsters. I know that like for a lot of people this was their introduction to the big names: Frankenstein, Dracula, Mummy, Wolfman. But Boris Karloff as the Mummy, and I think he was as the Mummy, and I think and as Frankenstein, Lon Chaney Jr. as the Wolfman, and Bela Lugosi as Dracula. I honestly never saw their movies. I never saw the original Universal Monster movies, and I know you're saying, well, why would you buy these things? Why would you buy this? There is an element at this point where we're 180 some odd episodes in, and I am looking for new things to review, and as part of doing this website, it's important for me to stay current on what's out there. I can't do everything for Hasbro. I think everybody would be bored if the only reviews I did was Hasbro. So even though that's the primary focus of my collection right now, I do collect other things, and so I'm always looking at how other companies are doing things, and NECA does a really good job. I'm loving the Back to the Future line. My Phantom, even though for whatever reason he can't stand up or stay standing for a long period of time, even with a stand, I still love that Phantom figure. He's somewhere in the room. I'm just not sure where. I do Mezco. I do other companies. So, but NECA has a really good reputation for not giving up. Ninja Turtles is a perfect example of that. And the other lines, like the Predator and the Alien lines and the Terminator lines, like they just keep pumping those out and like really trying to be as complete as possible. So I really respect NECA and Randy and the whole team over there, and Blaine. Like, you guys do an amazing job at things. And this is, for me, it's an oddity. I've only had one NECA figure break, I think, which was the Green Lantern. And they were nice enough to send over another one. So, one bad example. But I like to show that I'm honest. Like, it broke, the motor broke, and we'll talk more about that later. Anyway, so while I was buying that, I also found Frankenstein. And so not having a connection to Universal monsters, but always liking them. I grew up watching the Munsters, right? So I've got a connection there. But what really got me interested in this figure is the hope and prayer that someday, some way, somebody will make me an Abbott and Costello figures. Because my connection to Universal monsters is Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, and Dracula, and the Wolfman, and the Invisible Man. Twice, right? I think twice. The Invisible Man twice. Because Costello becomes invisible in one movie, but there's a cameo in this film. And so that's my connection to this. That's my love for this. And so And even if I don't get an Abbott and Costello figure by NECA or something in scale that's similar, I'm happy to have these monsters because of that. And so I grew up not being afraid of them. But this is funny. But Dracula scared the hell out of me. And even though I loved watching the Abbott and Costello movie with this guy, my Uncle Matty used to, with his perm, would walk around like this going, I want to suck your blood. And it freaked me out as a kid. Like, absolutely freaked me out. He scared me. This little, like, 5'4", really goofy guy who I loved to death would just walk up to me and be like, I'm going to suck your blood. Like, not a cape, not anything else, just his arm like this, and he'd look over, and it would scare the hell out of me. But I still love these guys. So, I got Frankenstein, and guess what? I already opened him. He's over here. He is a stunning figure. Like, they knocked it out of the park. It definitely has this feel and texture that you're used to with the NECA figures, especially like a suited figure like this. He is rather large. Here is him next to a little plundering, which I think might be... This could be a good picture at some point. So you might see this in the gallery when it goes up. So he's a big boy. He's a very big boy. Here's him next to Optimus Prime. So you get an idea of scale. And I don't have a legend. Oh, well, I have the Incredible Hulk. So Hulk next to him. Hulk is, of course, bigger. But not by much, actually. That's not too bad. So Frankenstein here, or Frankenstein's monster. Yes, I know the difference. Although he is labeled as Frankenstein on the box. Frankenstein's monster here. The bolt in his neck is really cool. It does limit how far you can turn him without kind of bumping into that. The heads, I know, NECA, we're going to pop a head. Really easy. He comes with a few different portraits. So he comes with kind of like the smiley, grimacy one. And then he comes with, we're going to do it again. Here we go. And he comes with the kind of like, I don't know. The best way to describe this, I think, is like the Elvis look. It's the only way I could think to describe it, where he's kind of looking sideways. And we'll have some pictures kind of show that. And I think the scars on his wrists are a really nice touch. The giant platform boots are a really nice touch. Like, overall, it's pretty good. Go back to the original head, which is kind of like the Undertaker, where his eyes are flipped up. You can do the Frankenstein walk with it for sure, and it looks really good. He also comes with... So I did notice the elbow joints when you do switch some hands. I know, I used to tell Jesse, never switch on camera. Always do it off camera or do it beforehand. So he comes with the restraining bolt, or the, I don't know what to call them, cuffs, the shackles. Comes with some alternate hands for different things. Which can hold onto a nice little bouquet of flowers. It's a nice touch. I know I'm sounding really dumb. I'm sure there's some reference in the movie to some kid or somebody giving him flowers. I don't know what that is because I've never seen the film. And then he comes with a single flower that he can hold in that hand, where his hands are kind of like this. I would recommend, you're not going to get the chains on unless you pop the hands. But hands come off smooth, no paint rubs, no problems. It is a plastic chain with the two cuffs, which is fine with me. I don't need it to be anything else other than that. I think it's a nice figure. It is a really nice. I like when. So my favorite thing is, I like when we get a articulated, scaled. Scale doesn't even matter. I mean, scaled within the universe that you're talking about, scaled version of a character. I have some attachment to this one, so I bought it. I think they look really great. Like when they do the Alien and the Predator and the Terminator figures, I think those look amazing. I just don't have the connection there to really want to invest the money because, this was $30. So, between that and the grapple launcher, and I did pick up Homelander and Starlight. It was like $140, $130 for all of them. And so, it gets a little pricey when you do that. So if you don't have the connection to it, it makes it a little harder to kind of want to go in for it. But this is, I think, NECA are artists. The sculptors, the painters, the designers, and Randy, you guys are all artists over there at NECA and do a really good job. Especially, you can tell the ones where there's a lot more love and passion. Not that they don't do a good job on the other things they do, but when you get a figure like this, you see the passion that is behind the people that make the toys. So he is definitely going to find a spot somewhere behind me and stay here for a little while. The accessories will go in a bag somewhere to protect them, but this Frankenstein monster is definitely hanging out here in the office for a while. He will find his space. I just have to find someplace safe for him. But he's pretty stable. Like, I can bang on the desk and he doesn't move at all. So I think those big platforms, and he's a little bit heavier, kind of keep him together. So we're going to put a full gallery of him up on Kastor'sCorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. And check out the Cornercast podcast. Subscribe to that, like it, rate it, review it, pass it on. Hope you guys enjoy it as much as we do making it. And hit the subscribe button down here somewhere. We really would like to grow. And for those of you watching, my mom asked me yesterday, I don't know if our friends will see this, but she started watching our friend at Enemy Review and Little Geeks and said, how come they have like 25 or 3,000 followers and you don't have that many? And I go, because they've been doing it a while. So she would like to see us surpass our friend DJ, which was pretty funny. So please subscribe. The more of you that subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and cool things we get to buy and show you and talk about, and then we get to share them with you, which has always been the best part of this. So thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate you guys sticking with us. Lots more to come. We're going to do some retro. We're going to do we're calling it beginnings. We're going to do some more beginnings. We got a lot of other things to do. So thank you for watching the Toy of the Day here on Kastor'sCorner.com.